Years ago, I watched a woman walk the length of a market with cash already in her hand. She passed a dozen booths and stopped at one. Not the one with the most bread, not the cheapest. She stopped at the one that looked like somebody was proud of it. Clean cloth on the table, a sign she could actually read, a baker in an apron who looked up and smiled. She didn't know any of that was on purpose. She just felt it. That's this whole lesson. By now, your bread is good, your packaging matches, your photos are sharp, and your story's ready. This is the last 10%, the small stuff that costs almost nothing and decides whether your booth reads as a real business or a folding table somebody set up on a whim. Here's the truth that runs under all of it. The booth is judged before the bread is tasted. Remember the 20-foot test from the start of this module. A customer reads your table at a glance, from across the lot, before they taste a single thing. The apron, the sign, the small details, that's what fills in the glance. They tell a stranger in about 2 seconds whether you take this seriously. And when people can see you take your craft seriously, they treat your bread as the premium product it is, and they pay what it's worth. So let's walk the small stuff that does the most work. First, give the eye a place to climb. A flat table of loaves at waist level reads as nothing from a distance. It disappears. Height creates shape. Use crates, a tiered stand, a stack of wooden boxes, and lift some of the bread up so your booth has a silhouette people can see from the 20-foot line. And don't overcrowd it. A few beautiful loaves with room to breathe will outsell a table packed wall to wall. Empty space says this is good and it's going fast. Display the bread like the artisan product it is, in baskets, on a wooden board, on a stone slab. The container tells a story before the bread does. Next, your signs, and I call them the silent staff, because they're the help that never takes a break. You will not be standing at your table every second. People walk up while you're making change for someone else, and your signs answer the 2 questions every customer has before they'll commit. What is this, and what does it cost? So you want 3 things. 1 clear main sign with your business name, big enough to read from that 20-foot line. The sign that says you're a real operation and not a one-time table. A price card on every product. And a bread of the day board, a small chalkboard naming today's special, which gives regulars a reason to come back and newcomers an easy first thing to try. Readable beats fancy every time. A clean chalkboard in your own handwriting beats a cluttered sign with 5 fonts. That price card deserves its own minute because it's the one people skip. When customers have to ask the price, a lot of them just won't. They'll smile, say it looks great, and walk on. Not because they can't afford it, because asking feels like a small risk, and people avoid small risks. A clear price card removes that awkward moment and lets the bread sell itself. Put a price on everything, and you'll close sales you didn't even know you were losing. Now the stage. A booth that feels like it belongs to the day pulls people in, and you don't have to spend money to get there. Mirror the market's own season. In the fall, I'd grab fallen leaves, a few pine cones, a couple of small pumpkins, things that cost nothing, and let my table feel like part of the day instead of dropped on top of it. Spring, fresh flowers and soft colors. Summer, something bright, a sunflower. Fall, leaves and warm tones. Winter, a little pine and warm light. One rule through all of it. Keep the bread the hero. The decor frames the loaf, it never competes with it. And keep it light, because whatever you decorate with, you also have to haul and set up at 6 in the morning. Here's the part bakers forget. You are the display too. Your appearance sets the tone before a word gets said. You don't need a costume, you need to look like the person who made the bread and is proud of it. Wear an apron, ideally in your colors or with your logo, the same look that's on your bags. Now it's on you. Clean hands, clean nails. That's just the bar when you're handling food. And look up. A baker buried in their phone behind a wall of loaves is a closed door. A baker who looks up, smiles, and stands open is an invitation. Stay tidy all day, especially when it's busy. The booth that still looks sharp at noon outsells the one that looks ransacked by 10. Then there's the backstage stuff, the unglamorous details that separate a smooth market from a stressful one. A lightweight cloth that hides the folding table. That's the line between business and garage sale. Business cards that match your look. Cheap, and they're how a happy customer tells their neighbor where to find you. A comfort kit for you. Water, a hat, sunscreen, some shade. Nobody wants to buy from a vendor who looks like they're about to pass out, so taking care of yourself is part of the display. And a clean, organized money setup, a cash box and a card reader, so making change is quick and you're not fumbling while a line forms. Here's the thread that ties the whole module together. Consistency reads as professional. The apron matches the bags match the labels match the signs match your photos online. When every piece tells one story, the customer's brain settles on one word: professional. And professionalism is what justifies the price. The small stuff isn't separate from the bread. It's the frame that lets people see how good the bread already is. So here's your homework, and it's the same test we opened the module with. Set up your full booth at home, on your dining table if you have to, exactly the way it'll look at market. Apron on. Then step back to the 20-foot line, look at it, and ask one honest question. Does this look like a business? Take a photo from back there, because what your eye lands on first is what your customer sees first. Fix the thing that looks like an afterthought, and you've just done the last 10% almost nobody else bothers with. That's your opening. Go set it up, step back, and take the picture.